is Sunday, August 7th of 2022, and welcome to Brigitte's She Shed, and I'm Brigitte. I'm so excited to have you here today. I just want to give a big thank you to all of you who have been watching and clicking that like button and subscribing. I am just totally overwhelmed by all of the traffic that this has been receiving. I had no idea that this was going to happen, and I'm just so blessed and so grateful. So thank you very much. If you're new here, thank you for tuning in and welcome. If you're a returning viewer, you have my heart. Thank you so very much. I want to give a shout out to one of my viewers that sent me a comment, and thank you for your comments, and all the way from Northern Ireland. What? Northern Ireland. Speechless, and that takes a lot for me to be speechless. Okay. Well, as I said, this is today is August 7th, and it's my birthday. It's my birthday month. It's my birthday month. My birthday is actually on Wednesday, so I'm coming to you a few days early because I didn't want to podcast on my birthday. But it's my birthday, so I'm celebrating the whole month of August. And what better way to celebrate with a crown and with a drink. I am sipping on sparkling apple cider, but you grab the sip of your choice to join me, your beverage of your choice. Actually, I'm two-fisted sipping today. I also have some iced coffee in my mug from Grocery Girls, Jody and Tracy. So you may see me double sipping today because it's a party. It's my birthday. It's a party. So I've got lots of party stuff to talk to you about. First of all, the Yarnable Subscriptions for by Hypnotic Yarns, Cheryl, and the Row 1 August box subscriptions I've received. They're out, and I've just made a couple of videos for those. So if you want a sneak peek if you haven't received yours, or you want to see what they look like because you haven't signed up for those subscriptions yet, I will have those uploaded when I upload this video, so you'll see sneak peeks of that. Gorgeous. Again, I'm not a paid sponsor or affiliate. I purchased those subscriptions out of my own funds, and I can't endorse it enough. All right, so what have I been up to? I have been knitting, and will continue to just be straight knitting for the month of August. It has been extremely hot here. As you know, I am coming to you from the United States. I'm coming to you from Arizona, southeastern Arizona, which is in the Sonoran Desert. So it has been very hot. We're in the middle of monsoon season. Monsoons is when we get periods of heavy rain, thunderstorms, lightning storms, flash flooding. It's not fun. One of the things, though, that the monsoon will do is it will cool it down for a bit from the temperatures of being hovering around, anywhere from 100 to 115. It will cool it down so that's somewhat comfortable. But we're used to dry heat here. So when that humidity kicks in, it's just awful. But I love it here because the vegetation that it produces is just beautiful. I don't like the critters that come out when it rains, primarily the tarantulas. But that's for another podcast. This is about yarn. So I have been in the house with the air conditioning going full blast and knitting. So let me show you what I've been up to. But first, let me take a sip. All right, so I've got two finished objects, FOs. Let's start with those. So, as you all know, I am a GN, and for the new viewers, that stands for Great Nana. I have a great grandson that's expected at the end of this year, early January of 2023. So I've been knitting some, I knitted some baby items, and I have been knitting baby hats for little Nugget. And the pattern that I used was this called Tegan baby hat with top knot. Isn't that cute? Okay, and I don't know if I mentioned it before, but I normally don't knit baby items. Maybe a baby blanket for someone that's, you know, really special. I will knit a baby blanket, but knitting baby items, that is not my wheelhouse. So this is all new. This pattern is by Julie Taylor, and it's very simple pattern. I like it. The fact that it goes from preemie all the way up to 2 years old. So I could knit several of these as Little Nugget. That's my nickname for my great-grandson. Continues to grow. So this was the first one that I made. Isn't that cute? I put my fist in there to kind of, so it's like a little beanie, and it has a top knot. Now I haven't blocked it yet, so I'm not sure if I'm going to block it. The yarn that this is made out of is the Lion brand. This is the yellow one. And it's the Lion brand, I think it's called Kobu, C-O-B-O-O, I think it's pronounced Kobu. And it is 50% cotton and 50% rayon made from bamboo. So I'm not sure quite what this will do. It is machine washable, and you can put it in the dryer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just wash it in some wool wash, even though it's cotton, and I'm going to hand wash it and then just lay it out and lie flat, just so that the stitches can get a little more even. But you know, this is something that she won't have to take extra care with, because who has time for that when you have a newborn? Okay, so those are my two baby hats. And I have quite a bit of this yarn. It didn't take very much at all to use up. I haven't weighed I should weigh the skein to see how much it actually took. I'll do that on the next one. I have several colors of these. I had bought a bunch of these for another project, and I don't mind using it for this project. So he'll have an array of these in different colors. Actually, I'll give you a sneak peek at the next one that I'm making. And it's here. And let me pull this so you can see the name. There we go. Kobu. And this is made using a US 3 and 3.25 millimeter needle. So that's the next one. It's like a silvery gray. So I thought that would be nice. All right, so my next finished item, I cast these on 2 days ago, and this is a gift. So I won't say the name of the person that they're a gift for. If they watch the podcast, they might figure out that they're for them. So, surprise! It's my birthday. It's my birthday. So, I'm giving away gifts. So, anyway, I cast these on a couple of days ago, And these are, ta-da! Aren't they pretty? These are DK, the DK weight vanilla sock from Crazy Sock Lady, K. Litton. This is a free pattern on Ravelry, and I just love making these socks. Let me just hold up one. So, look at this yarn. This yarn is unfortunately no longer available from the dyer. They discontinued this base. This was the Zebra DK from To the Max Yarn Company, which has now been rebranded as Frankie Gray Yarns. And that's the dyer is Jody Brown from Jody Brown and Tracy Miller of the Grocery Girls. And the contrasting, let's see if you can see that, the contrasting cuff, toe, oh my gosh, cuff, heel, and toe is DK black, and it's called Jane Margolis, but that is still available because the dyer with that is Breaking Yarn, and that's McKaylee with Breaking Yarn. And with everything that I discuss, which I should have said earlier, I always put in your show notes, so you just hit that drop down arrow and you'll be able to get links to everything that I talk about. But this yarn is beautiful. I made this, I went stash diving. I had used this for another pair of socks earlier in the year that I made for my mom. And so when I started on this pair, I wasn't sure that I was going to have enough to finish. So I contacted Jody. I sent her an email of Frankie Gray and said that, is there by any chance that you may have an extra skein of this hidden somewhere in a stash? And she was so gracious, and she actually wrote me back like a day later. And she apologized and saying that she so wished she did have more, but she didn't. So what I did was I knit the whole sock of one. And then when I got to the toe, I actually put this on waste yarn. And then I knit the second sock to see how much yarn I was going to have, if I was going to have enough to make it through the foot of the second sock. Because if I didn't, then what I was going to do was then rip it all back and then start, because I have tons of the black, then I was going to start striping it, like doing maybe 5 rows in the zebra and then 5 rows in black, and then that way I would have enough, because I didn't want to go ahead and put in the toe, which is, by the way, just like a round toe, and kitcher that up and everything, and then have to rip that all out. So I did have enough, and I had 2 grams left. So my DK weight sock, vanilla sock, great pattern. The heel, I substituted a shadow wrap heel. You see that? That is the shadow wrap short row heel from Denise with Earth Tones Girl. That's one of my favorite heels. I like to do that rather than the heel flap and gusset on short, especially on shorty socks. Okay, enough about that one. And that is my two finished objects. So let's go to WIPs, which are works in progress. So I have a partial WIP. I showed you this on the last podcast that I did a couple of weeks ago. I had started this sock for the hubs, and I had just got it on the needles at the podcast, but I've now finished one. Here it is. And this is which I didn't have a picture of it last podcast. This is the String of Lights by Witchery. And this is such a cool pattern if you've been doing vanilla socks and you want just something a little bit more spicy than vanilla but not overly challenging, then this is the sock. Okay. And this is made out of, which I went into detail last time, out of from my Yarnable subscription. This is called Avocado. There's a heel flap and gusset, rounded toe. The toe and the cuff here, which is a folded hem cuff, is made from Cloudborne and fibers, and this is their Highland sock twist. So I've got one sock done. So this is my half finished object for the hubs. Okay, and moving right along, my second whip is being housed in my beautiful bag that I showed last episode by 3 by the Sea. A cute little, from their She Sells Seashells collection. And I cast on a new sock, and this is the Seashells on the Seashore socks by Dog Mom Knits. And she actually is hosting she's on Instagram, and she's actually hosting a knit along, I believe, which goes through to the beginning of September, but I'll have her link and you can follow that. But that's a beautiful pattern. See the fans on that looks like seashells. And here it is. I've only done a couple of fans. I think I mentioned like my third one. Okay. And the yarn that I'm using is also from 3 by the Sea. And this is, like I said, their collection. She Sells Seashells collection. And here it is. This is beautiful yarn. I'm loving it so much. It is, it's here. It is 75% superwash and 25% nylon, and it's 463 yards. This color is She Sells Seashells, and the orangey color is called Starfish, and you can get this in a larger size quantity. This sock set came with 92 yards. I don't know if they still have more sock sets available, but you can check them out and see. But it is really, really soft and squishy, and I'm enjoying it very much. I'm using Magic Loop to knit these on Chalgu needles. These are US 0, which is I'm not sure what millimeter. Yeah. Oh, excuse me. These are size 1. Normally I use a 0. But For some reason, I did a size 1. Oh, I know why I did a size 1. Because I was afraid with the stitches that you make here that this might be a little tight with the pattern. So I went up a needle size because normally I use a size 0. So this is a size 1, US 1, 2.25 millimeter. But normally I use a US 0 when I knit my socks. But I thought this might just be a little tight in here with the stitch pattern. Okay. So that is another whip in progress. And my next whip in progress, I'm really excited about. And it is in my another bag by 3 by the Sea. Isn't that beautiful? I think I showed you guys this last time. It's barely getting started. And this is housing my Wura tea. Just a quick picture. Again, my Wura tea, which in Nigerian means gold. And this is by Lanre's Handmade Apparel. And the designer's name is, I know I'm not going to say it properly. Her name is Lanre Ojikutu, which I know I probably butchered that, and I do apologize. But I'm just getting started. I'm still doing my increases for the shoulders. And I don't want to give away the pattern, but it's top down, but you start at the front. That marker there is for the middle front instead of the back. But here it is here. So I'm just getting started. Here are the shoulders. Has this beautiful detail that goes down the shoulder. So I'm just getting started. Just doing my increases. And then I can split for the sleeves. So this yarn is Lion. This yarn is Lion brand. I've never used it before. And it is the Lion brand's Pima cotton. And I've never used it. But I'm enjoying it. A lot of people say cotton is rough. I won't say it's rough. It's got some softness in it. My problem that I'm having is, like I said, it's so hot that my hands are sweating. Now, I don't know if that's because it's the cotton that's making my hands sweat or just it's just hot and my hands are sweating even with the air conditioning on. But I'm enjoying knitting it, and I'm using a size US 7, which is a 4.5 millimeter. So it's knitting up pretty fast. This much here that I've done, I've almost used 1 skein. This is what I'm working with right now. So I'll be actually, hopefully this will make it through for me to get to splitting for the sleeve. So the colorway, I don't know, did I tell you what the colorway was? The colorway is called Cabaret. And I think the camera's kind of blowing it out. But it is a very, very hot fuchsia color. So I think I think that's going to look pretty. I really hope to get this done before the summer is over. Actually, here in Arizona, I'll be able to wear this even through the winter because I can always put on like a long sleeve shirt underneath it. So, and just layer it. But, so that's my Wura tee. So, the next whip is the whip that is getting all of my love, all of my love and all of my attention, because I need to have this finished before September. And I know you guys are going to say, what? Is she crazy? How is she going to do that? This is my half and half triangle wrap from Purl Soho. If any of you have not heard of it, people have been making them like crazy on the internet. They've been posting them on social media. It's a free pattern from Purl Soho. It's huge. I am making mine out of Purl Soho's linen quill, which is a fingering weight yarn, and it's 50% fine Highland wool, 35% alpaca, and 15% linen. My two colors are gray denim and blue. That's Purl Soho. I'm loving this yarn. And basically, it's nothing but garter stitch and short rows to make the triangle. So, and I stopped in the middle of the row instead of, so why did I do that knowing that I was going to podcast? But I'll show it to you anyway. So here it is. This is my half and half. Now, in all fairness, I started this in February thinking I was going to have this done by Mother's Day. And some things came up and that didn't happen. So now my goal is to have it done in time for my mother's birthday, which is in September. And so I need to have it done by the 1st of September. So I showed this to you when I did my second or third podcast. I think I showed it to you in May. And where's my marker? I was right here. So this marker just tells me that's my right side. So I was right here. There's my little strawberry. And that's from 3 by the Sea as well. So now here I am all the way up here. So I've made some progress, lots of progress. And this all has happened since I last podcast on the 30th of July. So I'm gone from here to here. So not bad. I'm almost through the first skein. This is the blue. Isn't that gorgeous? And those little tufts of white, that's where the linen comes in and doesn't take the dye, but just makes this beautiful like marled look, or little puffs of cotton. A lot of people say that the linen, that it's it feels scratchy, and I don't think it feels scratchy to me, but I love it. And I when I did my swatch and washed it, it just puffed right up and it was really soft. So I'm almost done with the first skein, and then the other triangle will be, this is the gray denim. So you can wear this shawl reversible. So the shawl comes in two sizes. There's a big and a bigger, and the big is 190 stitches, I believe you cast on, and then the bigger is 260. But I was watching another podcaster and she made hers just a little bit smaller at 230, because normally what you do is you use 3 skeins for each, and I made it just a little bit smaller at 230, which would take me probably about just 2 skeins. So you can modify and customize if you want. You use a short row. Here it is, here where you can kind of see the triangle is forming. And there's my marker for me to start to do my short row. They recommend wrap and turn. I don't like wrap and turns. I do a German short row, and that seems to be working out just fine. So this is what everything will be put aside. This is what I'm going to be working on for the next 3 weeks. I've got to get this done. And if I don't get it done right before, exactly on her, before her birthday, she is so knit-worthy. She's the woman who taught me how to do all of this. She would be very understanding, but I really, 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 in my heart of hearts, want her to have this for her to open up, which for her birthday, which means I got to get it ready and everything. And probably I will be knitting on this in the car as we're driving to California so that I can give it to her for her birthday. But I really don't want to have to do that, because I want to have it blocked and everything and gift wrapped. So I don't want to be knitting on this, in the car. So, and did I show you guys my bag that I have it in? Oh my gosh. Let me show you the cute little bag that I have it in. And it's called the Social Knitworking. Social Knitworking. Instead of social networking, social knitworking. And I just love these little lambs and sheep. And especially the one with the pearls. And this bag is by Tiffany. And I don't remember where I got this from, unfortunately. But I don't know, maybe if you could search on the internet for Tiffany, and you might be able to find this bag. Okay. So let's see. That is those are my whips. Those are all of my whips that I have so far. I have just a few sips, of course. And sips stands for stuff I've purchased. And also, let me take a sip. So, oh, that was good. The last of the Hello Summer Sock Club pattern was released on August 5th. That was a club for the summer with collaboration between Whitney with Moonglow Yarn Company and Julia with Twin Stitches Designs. So they did a 4-month sock club, and this is the last for the last installment. And this is the pattern, and it's called Heat Wave. Isn't that cute? And the pattern was designed by is Julia. And then here is the color, which this is called the Desert Dream Sock Set. Isn't that pretty? And this is from Moonglow. Whitney with Moonglow. I love her yarn, and her bases are so soft. It's 75/25. It's a total of 110 grams. I got the 50-gram sock set. So the main color is in 50 grams. But it is gorgeous. So this color here, the main color is called Cottonwood Breeze is the main color. And then this color here, this is called Silver Sage. That is so pretty. And these colors are available, I believe, in full skeins as well. And then this is Silver Sage. This is Warm Cinnamon and Desert Rose, Rose Gold, Pink Sands, and Golden Hour. So I can't wait to get those on the needles. Of course, it will have to wait because I will be busy knitting on my half and half. But I have something to look forward to. Okay. Now my next sip I bought, and I just love when you buy from a vendor and they take the time to package your item beautifully and they write you a handwritten note. That just warms my heart, which just lets me know that, you know, that you were thinking of me, that you brought me into to share into your experience of you being a maker. And I just love that so very, very much. So I just wanted to, first of all, I purchased an item from Wing and a Prayer Farm. And they are a farm, I don't know where they are, but I know that they are on the East Coast. They have an Instagram. I follow them on Instagram all the time, and they have the cutest sheep on there. And every sheep has a name. And they are so adorable, and they film them, and they're talking to the sheep, and the sheep are coming up and giving them kisses on the face. When the little baby lambs were born, and when they got old enough where they could be in the pasture with the bigger sheep, they did a graduation like ceremony and were playing pomps and circumstance as the sheep were running and frolicking into the new pasture. It was just adorable. Then they showed one time where a busload of children were coming on a field trip coming to the farm. And then they had the sheep all in front and the sheepdogs were herding them, leading the school bus onto the farm. And it was just a parade of these sheep and these kids sitting in this school bus, and they were just all excited. I tell you, I just love it. But this is Wing and a Prayer Farm, and on my invoice here she wrote me this beautiful handwritten note thanking me for my purchase, and she ends it with a little heart and says, "Tommy and the Flocks." And I'm gonna keep this. You know, it's just the invoice, but I'm gonna keep this in my with my keepsake stuff, because with my notes and cards and stuff that I received, because this really touched me so very much. Then the purchase was wrapped in this beautiful customized paper, tissue paper, that says "Wing and a Prayer." And just those touches, those little touches like that means a lot. So, of course, I can't buy, or I can't have a sheep, because even though I live in a rural area, my little plot of land is too small. But I am surrounded by cattle farms. But my particular area, you know, I have a posted side stamp yard, so I'm trying to see if I could get an alpaca and just tell everybody it's just a really tall dog. But so I digress. Okay, so this is what I bought since I couldn't get my own real lamb. Isn't she cute? It's a lamb wearing a tutu, and her name is Alice-In-Wonderlamb. Okay. And it says on the back, tells you even on the back of the bag about Alice. And it says, Alice-In-Wonderlamb is one of 4 lambs born to her mama, Almeda, on Wing and a Prayer farm in April of 22. She is a gregarious and friendly little ewe lamb with fine, soft, woolly curls and beautiful markings attributed to her Valais, Black Nose, Teeswater, and Wensleydale genetics. This is a great little bag. Now this is made out of really heavy construction canvas, so I'll get some good use out of this along with my other social knitworking. But look at that face. With her tutu and my crown, we are quite the pair. So thank you so very much for Wing and a Prayer. You made my heart sing. Thank you so very, very much. All right. So I know I'm saying so a lot. I don't think I can edit that out, but that's okay. All right. Last item that I have for my sip is this year I proclaim this as being the year of the garment for me. Even though I've been knitting for 50 plus years, I never made a garment. Hats, scarves, socks, mittens, but never cowls, but never a garment. So I proclaim this year as being the year of the garment. I was always afraid of sweaters or anything like with sleeves. I don't know. I just had a fear of that. So I've made 4 cardigans and 2 sweaters. Yes, I've made 6 garments so far this year. 4 cardigans and 2 sweaters, I believe is correct. And there's a lot of things that you can do with adjusting. I'm not a designer, although I do sew, so I understand the concept of construction. But there's some things that I want to just get better at doing with my garments, like especially with like around the armhole and the armhole depth and for fit, and working out those items with your gauge and your measurements, just so that I can get a more customized look. So I was watching a podcast, and it was late at night, and I did not write down the name of the podcast, but they were talking about this book, and I got it. And this is The Knitter's Handbook of Top-Down Sweaters. And hang on, let's take a quick break so I can adjust my camera. And we're back. Again, this is by Ann Budd, and it is a great resource to have. I mean, I can't even tell you the different things that's in here, but that she breaks down. She breaks down, you know, like the sleeves, the different sleeve types, and just everything. Seamless yoke sweaters, raglan sweaters, set-in sweaters, saddle shoulder sweaters, how to do personal touches, and from everything from a child size to adults. She breaks it all down if you're working on those types of top-down sweaters. Dividing for sleeves. Great resource to have. This is like a knitter's encyclopedia of things. Different techniques she's got in here as well. Loose and flexible bind-offs. Jenny's surprisingly stretchy bind-offs. Just, and great pictures. So this is something that I thought would be really handy for me to have in my library. As you can see, I've got a library back here in my library to have as a great resource as I go through this. And so then I'm expecting my sweaters and cardigans to start taking on a more advanced and customized look about them. Although they're very pretty and they look great right now. I'm not going for perfection. I'm just going on something that you know, fits me better, and looks like it was it looks like it was made just for me, which it is when I'm knitting for me, or if I'm knitting for the hubs. I wanted to hug his body frame and show off his body frame because it is made totally with him in mind. The same way when I knit my socks, I use the modifications that I know that these socks will fit my foot very well. So I'm constantly modifying my socks. And the same thing that I want to do with my garments. So if you want, you know, great resources to have, again, like I said, I'm not into gadgets, I'm into tools. This is another tool or resource to have in your library. If you haven't started a library for your crafting, I would highly suggest that you do. I found this book on Amazon, and after I purchased it, I thought, oh shoot, why didn't I go to the used books and look there? They might have had it there first. So I do sometimes purchase books from off of thriftbooks.com. I get a lot of my books from there, or I look at thrift stores and I look for old books there too on my crafting as well. So I know, you know, times are tough with the economy and everything, and everybody can't buy everything brand new from off of the internet. I totally understand that. But like I said, try some used bookstores. Thriftbooks.com is a good one, as well as, you know, going to Amazon or Barnes and Nobles. But check out yard sales and thrift stores, and you can find sometimes really great books. I found several great books at thrift stores. Okay. Well, that's all that I have for everyone today. I hope everyone is enjoying your summer. I hope you all are being safe. as well, taking every precaution that's needed so that you can be healthy and enjoy your summer for you and your family. If you've got vacation plans, please let me know what you're doing for a vacation. Like I said, this month I'm celebrating me because it's my birthday, and I'm just so blessed that I am alive, I'm healthy, and I'm getting to do the things that I love. I'm getting to knit. I'm getting to come and talk to you, which I love to do, and share my little bit of this space that we all share together. I'm able to share it with you all and come to you all. And again, thank you so very much to those of you that have found me on the internet, are liking and subscribing, and are leaving comments. I've tried to get to most of all of the comments, but if I haven't, I will be getting to you soon. Please share my videos with your friends and family members so that they can maybe find a little bit of peace and joy and some laughter in what I do as I knit. Let's see. In addition to that, don't forget that I will be uploading the unboxing for Yarnable and Row 1 August 2022 subscriptions. And again, be safe, stay healthy, be blessed. It's my birthday. It's my birthday.